What's up, guys? Steve Wilson here. Today we're going to talk about boat setup. I'm just talking about Tritons. I'm not talking about Ranger, Skeeter, or anything else. Boat setup for Tritons. Everybody complains, I don't want to Triton because it chine walks. That's over. Those days are done. If your boat's set up, when you first buy a boat, the factory setting is 3.5 to 4.5 inches below pad, and I'll explain that a little bit later. What we're talking about is where the keel, the V of the keel, right at the very back of the boat, and I'll show you here in a second where that is versus where the center of your prop shaft is, the center of your cone of the lower unit. So when I say, right now I think I'm about 1 3/4 inch, 1 7/8 below pad. That's what I'm talking about. Now my lower unit is lower, 1 3/4 to 1 7/8 lower than the actual keel. Tritons like the motor ran high. I have a manual jack plate. This is not going to work for a hydraulic jack plate. Hydraulic, you can just move it wherever you want it to get your best performance. I don't have the money for a hydraulic jack plate. We have a 10-inch manual jack plate on this. So with a manual jack plate, you have to play with it. PSI, your water PSI, is your main thing you want to worry about. If it gets below what it's supposed to be, you can blow up the motor. So you just got to make sure, keep it up. It's easier to do all this at the lake. Pull it out of the water real quick, adjust it. You just need a few few tools, and I'll go through that also on my particular jack plate. Let's get started. A couple things you're gonna need is laser light, just a little. We use this for my dog. It's a lot easier. You can use a straight edge or a long 3-foot level. It's kind of hard with the roller that's down below, but this is just as easy. Tape measure and a little torpedo level. Alright, you're going to put your torpedo level on the cavitation plate right here, right above the prop. See where it's not quite level yet. What you're going to do is use your trim. Doesn't have to be perfect, but that's good enough. Good enough for me. I don't know if you can see it with the glare. And you also have to make sure your boat is pretty level. If you have to take it off the truck, lower it down or jack it up, either way. Let's go to the next step. I'm going to show you where to put the laser level or laser light underneath the boat. You come up under here, right where you see the dirt is moved from my fingers. You're going to set the light right there, right on the keel. Alright, first thing I need to mention is with this light, there's a 1/4 inch offset from the edge to the center of the light. Okay, so you have to have that, you gotta think of that. What I'm gonna do is put it on the keel, shine it over to the center of the prop, or onto the skeg. If you can see, hopefully you can see that mark right there. And then what I'm going to do is measure down from the center of the prop shaft, and I was way off. I'm 2.5 inches below pad. I don't know if you can see that, right where my laser's shining. It's 2 3/8. Oh, I keep moving it. 2.5 minus 1/4 for the offset of the light. So I'm 2 1/4 inches down from pad, which means I need to move the motor up another 1/2 inch. Right now I can do 70 without chine walk. So if I can move it up, you just move it up like 1/4 inch per time, each time, and then go out and test the performance, because you may lose water pressure. I got the low inlet water intakes here, and it helps a lot. If you don't have these, you got to worry about the ones up on the lower unit itself, and you may not be able to move your motor high enough. Let's go to the next step. Next thing we're going to look at is adjusting the jack plate. Different jack plates are going to adjust differently. Mine's the Pro Hijacker Z-Lock. So what you're going to do is you got 6 bolts. You got this one, this one, this one, and there's 3 on the other side. You loosen these up, they're nut and bolt, and then you're going to take this 3/4 inch It's a long all thread that goes all the way down there. That's what you're going to actually use. Let me see if you can see it. Right there. That, once you have all 6 nuts loosened up, you're going to loosen or either tighten it clockwise to move the jack plate up, or counterclockwise to go down. My case, which you're going to you may run into, is I'm bottomed out. I can't go any higher. The jack plate won't raise any higher because I'm at the bottom of the slot. So what it means is I have to go to the dealer or a mechanic and have them actually take the motor off and mount. Looks like it was already mounted there. Either go 1 or 2 holes down on the mounting. See if I can see that. I can go 2 holes down, so that gives me about 2 inches. I'll have to drop the jack plate down to realign my setup, but after I get done with that, having the guys take the motor off, remounting it 2 holes down, then I can check my prop to pad and really dial in this boat. This is a 78, 77 mile an hour boat, easy. So I'm still working on the performance of it. So I'm stuck right now. I'm just gonna have to go with 2 1/4 down below pad and go from there. All right, guys, that was it. It's not that hard to figure out. Once you know, if I went a little fast, let me know. Go to my website, stevewilsonfishing.com. You can email me through there, or you can find me on Facebook, and blow me up with questions. If I can answer them, I will. If not, I'll call CNC, talk to the lead mechanic, and find out if it's something that I don't know. But this is coming from 25 plus years running a boat on the experience. So that's it. It's time to get out there and start going fishing. I'm ready to hit the water. Just remember one thing: stick 'em.